Hi folks, Pete here from Ashton's Cars, and just giving you a quick update on my Citroen 2CV. As some of you might remember, I bought this car back in the autumn, and now I'm reaping the benefits of it because we've got the sunshine, I've got the roof back, and I'm really enjoying life as a Citroen 2CV driver and owner. Now, every time I mention I've got this car, I get asked the same question. What's the car's name? What's her name? And I'll be honest with you guys, I haven't gone to the trouble of naming her. There's a good reason for that. It's the same reason that farmers don't name their cattle and their sheep. It's purely that eventually I know I'm going to have to part with this car, and I'm trying not to become too emotionally attached to it. Of course, the reality is I am quite emotionally attached to this car. I love it. It's absolutely brilliant fun. It's one of the few cars that you can actually drive flat out on the roads here in the UK while still keeping completely legal, because the 2CV, you are literally flat out everywhere just to do the speed limit. It's absolutely brilliant, this little car is, and I've had a fresh MOT just put on it the last couple of days. I've had it all under sealed, so I've future-proofed it for myself, but probably for another owner, because I've got a lad who's just coming up for the age where he needs to learn to drive, and it means that I'm going to probably have to use my personal insurance, which is on this car, it's not on the trade policy, to insure a car that is suitable for a learner. And the 2CV, as fun as it is, it's not the easiest car to drive, so it's not going to be one that he's going to learn to drive in. So I'm currently enjoying what is my first, but quite possibly my last summer as a 2CV owner. Haven't done a massive amount to this car. You might recall when we first bought it, I had it transported back from Reading on a recovery truck, just because I didn't know the car, didn't sort of trust it at that point. And I had the rear bumper, which was latched down to the truck, and that bent the bumper out of configuration. I have bought a new rear bumper from 2CV Shop UK, who are fantastic. And I've straightened that all out, the brackets for it, so that's now bolted to the rear. It is the silver bumper, which would have been Charleston spec. And correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not a brilliant nerd on 2CVs, but I do believe that this one was originally a special. It's been painted to look like a Charleston, but the Charlestons would have had silver bumpers, so it was a bit of a giveaway that it wasn't a genuine Charleston. Now, my car, being a special, had black bumpers, and at the front still has a black bumper. I'm tempted to now go and buy the silver for the front. There's two ways I could go on it, really. I could leave, well, three ways. I could leave it as it is, because I don't think it looks that bad anyway. I could technically paint this front bumper silver, or just buy a silver bumper to match. I could paint that back bumper black so it all matches. Which looks the best, do you think? But basically the reasoning behind it is I wanted to get a Charleston look rear bumper for the car. I think it looks better. I don't think the black one looks too bad on the front of it either, though, so at the moment I'm just quite happy driving it around with odd bumpers. It kind of adds to the charm. Haven't done anything much cosmetically to it other than that. When I bought it, the main area of sort of bubbling was by here, and it hasn't really changed. I've had the car under a cover all winter, which has obviously protected it really well. So that's all pretty much the same as it was. It hasn't deteriorated at all. The MOT tester said it's very, very clean indeed underneath, and what's very unusual is that it is on its original chassis. Usually that has rotted out and been replaced with a new one, but this is original as far as we can tell. It's very, very clean underneath. It's clearly had one or two little weld repairs on it in the past, but we didn't need to weld it at all for its new MOT. So that's really, really good. And what we've done, because it's all looking very solid under there now, we've just absolutely plastered it in rust proofing. So it's, and you'll probably be able to see if I go right in under the arch here, you can see the rust proofing under there. We've done that right the way through under the chassis of this car. Can you see? You might not be able to see very well, but it's been up on the ramp, and Corey, my trusted mechanic, has done his thing, and he reckons he's future-proofed it for us, for whoever ends up buying it in the future. So one thing that I'm very impressed with on this car is the fuel consumption's unbelievably good. I haven't actually worked out what it does to the gallon. I haven't got a working fuel gauge in it, So what I do is I keep topping it up. But I've done well over 100 miles, I'm pretty sure, in it since I last fueled it. I just went up to the station now, bearing in mind it's running on super unleaded, which is a bit more expensive, and I only managed to squeeze in 17 quid. That's really up to sort of modern Super Mini miles per gallon standards. It's got to be doing over 40 to the gallon, this car. That's not bad for something that's nearly 40 years old. And the MOT that I've just done on it will be its penultimate one that it legally needs, because it'll need one more next April. And then it'll be 40 years old from the August. So, yeah, basically it's got one more MOT to go, and then it's 40 years old. It's MOT exempt and tax exempt, which is obviously fantastic for someone, isn't it? I'm really enjoying the rollback roof. I've actually figured out how to do it properly now. I didn't do it properly the first time, but you just literally, the easiest way to do it is just to stretch it out behind you and then just roll it up and put it into those. My interior, as you can see, it's a new interior anyway, and I've actually got spare covers for it in behind the back seat there, because I've got a full set of covers for this interior as well, spare. They bought 2 sets. That's my little deck chair there that I've got, and that's my floor mats for the front, because we've been getting in and out of it here and it's a bit dusty. We didn't want to get them dirty. But it's as basic can be, this car, because it's based on a special. It's literally no frills, not even got a stereo system. Why the hell would you need one when you got the thrum of a beautiful little 2-cylinder engine to listen to? I better show you under the bonnet, hadn't I? Pull that down there, that down there, and then reach in the middle, and there's a little safety catch to pull this bonnet up. And there she is. 2 cylinders of simplicity and goodness. It's just a beautiful design, this car is. So simple. As I say, it's just a twin-cylinder engine on it. 29 horsepowers in total when it left the factory. I can't see it being much different now. It is as simple as it can be. It starts on the button. I left it for a couple of months during the winter. It was outside but under a cover, and I thought I'm going to need to jump it. I brought some jump packs, some fuel, all the usual stuff. This car started first time. Every time I've owned this car, it started first time. It's impressive. The simplicity of the engine means it's very easy to work on anyway, even for the DIY home enthusiast. But also, it's just hugely reliable because there's very little to go wrong. Daily, this car, as you can see, I've got quite a bit of choice of what to drive, but currently I'm using the Honda CR-V that you can see in the background there. That's my daily driver, but whenever I can, I do get out in the 2CV. I've been trying to go out on dry days once a fortnight minimum, and now that the weather's better, I'll be using it a lot more. I didn't use it that much through the winter because I refused to take it out while we had salt on the roads, and I did refuse to take it out when it was wet, really, because I just don't see the point in risking getting this car rusty and horrible. It's one of the cleanest examples I've ever seen, and I'm a bit of an enthusiast for cars, as you know. So the last thing I want to do is do something to jeopardize the car by getting salt in the chassis and stuff. Now that it's under sealed, it should be good, even if you did want to use it in the rain and salt, but I've got other vehicles to use, so what's the point? One thing that is interesting on this car, I don't know why they've done this, but they have fitted the side exit exhaust on it. That is normally something that's put on the 2CV commercials on the vans. The 2CV special, which this car is, would have normally had a exhaust going out to the back, but nevertheless a side exit has been fitted. It sounds quite nice. It's got a very distinctive sound, this car has. I'll start it up in a second for you and we'll give it a quick rev if you want me to. But yeah, someone's loved and cherished it. It was an old lady had it, and I've just really been trying to do it justice for her because I know it was a car that she was very, very enthused about. She was in the 2CV Owners Club, and we have got the Dish Revo Club stickers on the back window here to prove it. So I did want to try and make sure we kept it as original and as close as she had it. Simplicity is these door handles. Look at this. You just literally So nice to get into a car that hasn't got all the electronic wizardry, but just plain and simple man and machine. It shuts with a reassuring clank. It's unmistakably a Citroen 2CV. It's quite a tinny thing. I can reach out of both windows from the driver's seat. I tend to sit with my arm outside the window like that for a majority of the time and hold on while I experience the lean through the corners. I'm a bigger guy and it gives me a bit more shoulder room in the car, quite honestly. Makes it a bit more bearable for passengers next to me as well. Anyway, let's start it up. There she is. Doesn't she sound beautiful? Indicators, non-self-cancelling, but on the left-hand side where we're used to them. Wipers, so a little turny switch by here. Pretty cool, eh? And of course this is the door handle to get out. And let's just do that. You can have a quick listen to it. Make sure it's in neutral. It's on my side exhaust. The unmistakable thrum of a 2-cylinder engine, eh? Of course, this is air cooled, so not the wisest move to leave it sitting idle for too long. Not that I've ever experienced the 2CV overheating, but I think they can overheat their coils if you leave them for too long. So it's an engine that thrives on being revved. It really enjoys to be revved, this car does. Floors on it, all good. I know I'm going to miss this car and totally regret it when I sell it, if I sell it. But I also don't really want to put this on my trade policy. And really, if I'm being honest, I don't want to start another new car insurance. I know you can get the multi-cars and stuff like that, but I pay a fortune on trade insurance already. I'll be paying another fortune to insure my son because he's going to be 17 and a learner on something. So the reality is the money I get from this car is going to come in quite handy, and the no claims bonus is going to come in even more handy. I'm going to end up with something like that little red Citroen C1 in the background. But hey ho, the reasons behind buying this car was I had never owned a Citroen 2CV before. Well, now I have. I've owned one, I've enjoyed one, I know what they're all about, and this weekend I'm going to take this little beauty down to Pembrey Raceway to watch the 2CV racing, which is going on there this Sunday. So if you're down Pembrey this Sunday and you happen to be sort of in the car park in the sort of spectator area and you see me with this car, give us a shout, say hello. It'd be great to see you. But looking forward to going down there. My friend Grant Williams is also racing in the classic touring cars down there in his Jaguar. I'm sure you probably, if you look up Grant Williams Racing, you will see they have got a very, very tasty 1959 Jaguar Mark 1 works car, the only one in existence. That'll be racing at Pembrey this weekend as well, so it should be an exciting weekend, and hopefully the weather will be like this and we'll have some fun. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. Please, if you haven't done so already, subscribe, hit the notifications, and be kept aware of things that we've got going on, cars that we've got coming in, all that malarkey. And of course, please comment below, let us know your thoughts, your feelings on the Citroen 2CV. I would be really interested to hear of any other 2CV owners who want to share their comments and their insights into this car. I am not an expert on 2CVs. I am merely someone who loves cars, and I really do appreciate the engineering excellence that is the 2CV, and I've enjoyed owning this one. So please let me know your insights into it, your own thoughts, your own experiences of 2CV ownership. But for now, thanks for watching. Have a great day wherever you are. Bye for now.